Hello students, after a long gap we are coming to our video class basic mathematics. We were discussing about scalar product of vectors. Let us revise that chapter again. Scalar product of two vectors. Scalar product of two vectors, right? This was discussed. That means if A and B are two vectors, then A dot B, scalar product of A and B, is magnitude of A into magnitude of B cos theta. Yes, A dot B is this, right? Special cases, if theta is equal to pi by 2, that means A and B are perpendicular. A is perpendicular to B. Then theta is pi by 2. Here A dot B will be equal to 0. You see, this is a scalar quantity. Magnitude of A is a scalar quantity. Magnitude of B is a scalar quantity. And cos theta is a scalar quantity. So this result is a scalar quantity. Though we are taking the product of two vectors, the result we are getting a scalar. The result is a scalar. That is why it is called scalar product of vectors. Scalar product of vectors, right? Yes. Scalar product of vectors. Yes. If they are perpendicular to each other, then A dot B will be equal to 0. If A is parallel to B, that means theta is equal to 0 or pi by 2. Then A dot B will be what? A dot B is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Because yes, A is theta is 0. Then cos 0 is 1, right? So magnitude of A into magnitude of B when they are parallel, right? Then properties. We have already discussed about the properties. What are the properties? That means you see A dot B is equal to B dot A. Why? Because cos minus theta is equal to cos theta, right? Cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. So A dot B is equal to B dot A. Then it is also distributive. A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C, right? And it is associative with respect to scalar multiplication. Multiplication of a scalar like this, alpha A dot B, in this way, right? These are the properties. Using these properties, we can see that if A is equal to A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap, that means a vector is expressed in terms of its components. A vector is expressed in terms of its components. A is equal to A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. Similarly, the other vector B is equal to B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap, like this. So here A dot B, this is equal to A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. You can verify this. You can verify this like this here. Yes. How? A dot B. A dot B. This is equal to A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap dot B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. Using distributive law, we can see that it is A1 I cap into B1 I cap plus A1 I cap into B2 J cap plus A1 I cap into B3 K cap. Similarly, A2 plus A2 J cap dot B1 I cap plus A2 J cap dot B2 J cap plus A2 J cap dot B3 K cap plus A3 K cap dot B1 I cap plus A3 K cap dot B2 J cap plus A3 K cap dot B3 K cap. Now let us see A1 I cap dot B1 I cap, I cap dot I cap. These are all scalars. I can write it like this. This is equal to A1 B1 I cap dot I cap plus A1 B2 I cap dot J cap plus A1 B3 I cap dot K cap plus A2 B1 J cap dot I cap A2 B2 J cap dot I cap J cap plus A2 B3 J cap dot K cap plus A3 B1 K cap dot I cap A3 B2 K cap dot J cap plus A3 B3 K cap dot K cap. I have already told you that it is associative with respect to multiplication of scalar, right? So these are all scalars. A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, all are scalars. So that is why by associative law and using commutative law also, we can write like this: A1, B1, I cap dot I cap. Now you see, what is the inclination between I and I itself? It is 0. Inclination is 0. When inclination is 0, the dot product A dot B is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Here it will be I cap dot I cap. It is 1 into 1, 1. So this is A1, B1. What about this? Here I cap. I cap is the unit vector along the positive direction of x-axis. J cap is the unit vector along the positive direction of y-axis. Now you see x-axis and y-axis, they are perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular to each other. So I cap dot J cap. I cap is perpendicular to J cap. So its dot product will be 0. Hence this will be 0. Similarly, this is also 0. I cap dot K cap. This is also 0. So it is also 0, right? So plus 0 plus here it will be A2 B2 plus 0. Then it is 0 plus 0 plus A3 B3. So the result is A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. Right? Very simple. If A and B are expressed in terms of their components, then the dot product will be very easy. A dot B is A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. Right? From this you can see it is a scalar quantity. Right? Again, from this dot product, two other applications can be made. Right? What are they? I am just describing the gist. Yes. Hmm. You see, A dot B is equal to magnitude of A into magnitude of B cos theta. So this implies, from this we can find cos theta. What is that? It is A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. That means theta, the inclination between two vectors, formula is this: A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. Theta is equal to cos inverse of A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. This is theta, right? And you see, we have already discussed about the projection, right? Suppose it is a vector B, it is a vector A. O A, it is B. Its projection means if you will drop a perpendicular from the terminal point and from the initial point of A vector on B vector, then this is suppose M, then OM is the scalar projection of A on B. A on B, which is equal to what? That is magnitude of A cos theta. Magnitude of A cos theta. That means it is yes, magnitude of A cos theta means it is A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B, right? So now magnitude of A will cancel each other. It will be equal to A dot B by magnitude of B. This much. This is the formula for, that means it is number 1 theta में पहले, number 2 projection of scalar projection of A on B is equal to, कहते it is A dot B by magnitude of B, or anyway A dot B by magnitude of B. That means A dot unit vector along B. This is the formula for scalar projection of A on B, right? Yes. Then number 3, how will you get the direction cosines? That means if alpha, beta and gamma are the inclinations of the vector with the coordinate axis. That means coordinate axis x, y and z respectively. Right? Then cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. These are called the direction cosines of the vector. These are called the direction cosines of the vector. Are called direction cosines. Of the vector. Of a vector A, suppose. Vector A. So now the question is, how will you get the direction cosines if let A is expressed in terms of its components A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. Suppose this is the vector, right? How will you get the direction cosines? Actually, the yes, uh, cos alpha is what? Yes, cos alpha A dot I cap. This is equal to what? Magnitude of A into magnitude of I cap cos alpha. I cap is the unit vector along the positive direction of x-axis. Positive direction of x-axis, right? It is suppose x-axis. This is x-axis. This is your vector. Suppose A, right? It's A dot I cap. It is this. So what is cos alpha I cap magnitude? This implies cos alpha is equal to A dot I cap by magnitude of A, right? But what is A dot I cap? Yes, A means it is A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap dot 1 into I cap plus 0 into J cap plus 0 into K cap by magnitude of A, it will be A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square, like this. So this is equal to, it is A1 into 1, A1 B1 A2 B2 B2 0, yes of 0. So it is simply A1 by this plus A3 square. Whatever it is, A1 by magnitude of A. This is the formula to find the cos alpha. Actually, we represent it as L. L, like it is cos alpha, that is A1 by magnitude of A. Right? Similarly, M, that is cos beta, it is A2 by magnitude of A. And N, it is cos gamma, which is equal to A3 by magnitude of A. It's very simple. A1, A2, A3, these are the components of the vector A. Right? So from this, you can easily determine the direction cosines of a vector. So this is the thing which we have already discussed, right? Today we will discuss some of your problems in from NCERT book. From your NCERT book, we will discuss some examples, right? Yes. Now you can take the screenshot. Okay. Yes. Find the angle between the vectors A and B with magnitude 1, 2 respectively, and when A dot B is equal to 1. Right? Yes. Find the example. It is example 13. Find the angle between two vectors A and B with magnitudes 1 and 2 respectively, when A dot B is equal to 1. ଯେତେବେଳେ a dot b ଟା 1, when a dot b, that means scalar product of a and b is 1, right? What will be the find angle between them, right? What are given? Magnitude. Yes, answer. Given that a and b are vectors such that magnitude of a is 1 and magnitude of b is 2. Magnitude of b is 2 and a dot b is also 1. These things are given to us. Magnitude of a is 1, magnitude of b is 2 and a dot b is 1. What is the question? To find the, yes, let theta be the measure of the angle between a and b. We have already discussed. So theta is equal to what? Cos inverse of, formula is this, a dot b by magnitude of a into magnitude of b. Always try, while you are solving the problems, always try to write the formula at first, so that it will be in your mind. Theta is equal to cos inverse of a dot b by magnitude of a into magnitude of b. That is cos inverse of a dot b. It is given, you see, a dot b is 1. Magnitude of a is 1. Magnitude of b is 2. Right? That means it is cos inverse of 1 by 2. What is cos inverse of 1 by 2? It is 60 degree or pi by 3. Pi by 3. Right? So the measure of the angle between the two vectors is pi by 3 or 60 degree, right? Okay. Now let us come to the another example. What is that? Yes, example 14. Example 14. What is that? Yes. Find the angle between the vectors A is I cap plus j cap minus k cap and B is I cap minus j cap plus k cap. Right? A and B. Simply, A is given, B is given, find the measure of the angle between them. Find the angle theta, suppose. Theta. Answer. Yes, cos theta, but theta is cos inverse of A dot B by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. This is the formula. Yes, it is cos inverse of A dot B. It is 1 into 1 plus 1 into minus 1 minus 1 into 1 by magnitude of A will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 root over. It is also 1 plus 1 plus 1. This is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus 1 by square root of 3 into square root of 3. This is cos inverse of minus 1 by 3. Right? Cos inverse of minus 1 by 3. Simply write, this is the measure of the angle. Right? Cos inverse of minus 1 by 3. Yes. Then example 15. Example 15 is A, B. Example 15. What are given? A is given. A is 5 I cap minus j cap minus 3 k cap. And vector B. B is I cap plus 3 j cap minus 5 k cap. Minus 5 k cap. Then show that the vectors A plus B and A minus B, so that A plus B and A minus B are perpendicular. They are perpendicular. The question is this: so that these two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Right? How will you prove? Prove. Because we have to show it. It is proof. Yes. We know that when two vectors will be perpendicular, if their dot product is 0. Because when two vectors are perpendicular, the measure of the angle between them must be 90 degree. And A dot B is magnitude of A into magnitude of B cos 90. Cos 90 cos pi by 2, that is 0. So dot product will be 0. So let us see what happens to these two vectors A minus B, and first find out A plus B. What will be A plus B? Yes, we will add component wise. 5 plus 1. 5 plus 1 I cap minus 1 plus 3 j cap minus 3 plus 5 k cap, because both are minus 3 minus 5, right? Yes, a1 plus b1 I cap plus a2 plus b2 j cap plus a3 plus b3 k cap, that is 6 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 8 k cap. A plus B is this. Now what is A minus B? A minus B. A minus B cap will be 5 minus 1 I cap. Yes. A1 minus A2. Yes. Tapre. It is minus 1 minus 3. That means plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 3. J cap plus minus 3 plus 5 k cap. Minus minus, it will be plus, right? So it will be 4 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 2 k cap, right? Now the vectors are like this. A plus B is this, A minus B is this. What we will show? We will show that they are perpendicular to each other. That means their dot product must be 0. Two vectors will be perpendicular if their dot product is 0. Right? Now let us take the dot product. A plus B dot A minus B. Yes, it is 6 I cap plus 2 j cap minus 8 k cap dot 4 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 2 k cap. Right? Dot product will be what? 6 into 4 plus 2 into minus 4 minus 8 into 2. That is 24 minus 8 minus 16. It will be 0. Right? So, A plus B is perpendicular to A minus B. Proved. Right? Because the dot product of these two vectors is 0. So, these two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Right? Okay. Now, let us come to the example 16. Find the projection of the vector. Very simple. Yes. Find the projection of one vector on another vector. We'll simply put the formula. Right. Yes. Example 16. Example 16. Find projection of A, which is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 2k cap. Projection of this on B vector, which is equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. Find the projection of A on B. Yes. What was the formula? Projection of A on B. This is equal to, yes, A dot B by magnitude of B. This is the formula. So what is A dot B? It is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 2k cap. 2k cap dot I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap by magnitude of B. It will be 1 square plus 2 square plus 1 square square. So this is equal to 2 into 1 plus 3 into 2 plus 2 into 1 by square root of 1 plus 4 plus 1. This is 2 plus 6 plus 2 by square root of 6. That is 10 by square root of 6. This is this units. This scalar quantity. This is the projection of this, right? 5 by 3 root 6. 5 by 3 root 6. Because you see it is root 2 root 3. So if you will multiply above root 6, it is 6, 5 will cancel each other. That means it is like this. This is 10 by root 6 into root 6 by root 6. That is 10 by 6 into root 6. 10 by 6 means it is divisible by 2. So it is 5 by 3 root 6. This much. Right. So this is the scalar projection of vector and another vector. Now let us come to the example 17. Right. Example 17. Find A minus B magnitude if two vectors A and B are such that A and B are two vectors such that magnitude of A is 2 and magnitude of B is 3 and A dot B is 4. A dot B is 4. Then find magnitude of A minus B. Right. How will you get magnitude of A minus B? Now see, magnitude of A minus B square is nothing but A minus B dot A minus B. Why? Because A dot, you see, simply see, A dot A will be what? magnitude of a cos 0. That means cos 0 means 1. So it is simply magnitude of a square. So magnitude of a square is equal to a dot a. Similarly, magnitude of a minus b, the square is a minus b dot a minus b. Let us find out that a minus b dot a minus b. This is a dot a minus a dot b minus b dot a plus b dot b. That means it is magnitude of a square minus, it will be 2a dot b, because a dot b is same as b dot a. Dot product is commutative, we have already seen, right? It is plus magnitude of b square. All these three quantities are given to us. Magnitude of a is 2, means it is 2 square, minus 2 into a dot b is 4, so it is into 4, plus magnitude of b is 3, means it is 3 square. 4 minus 8 plus 9, 13 minus 8, it is 5, right? So you have got, yes, square of a magnitude of a minus b. This implies magnitude of a minus b will be what? Simply square root of 5. Square root of 5. So this is your example 17, then example 18. If, yes, quickly we will finish it, all the examples, then we will go to the exercise. Right. If example 18, right, if a is a unit vector and x minus a dot x plus a is 8, then find x. A is a unit vector such that x minus a dot x plus a is equal to 8. Then find magnitude of x. How will you get magnitude of x? Let us see. Yes, a is a unit vector. A is a unit vector. It is a unit vector, means magnitude of this vector is 1. Now x minus a dot x plus a is equal to 8, implies it is x dot x plus x dot a minus a dot x plus minus a dot a is equal to 8. This implies x dot x means I can write it magnitude of x square, and you see x dot a, they will cancel each other, and minus magnitude of a square. This is 8. What is magnitude of a? Magnitude of a is 1, because it is a unit vector. So this implies magnitude of x square minus 1 is equal to 8. This implies magnitude of x square is equal to 9. So what is magnitude of x? It is x vector, it is 3. Magnitude of x vector is 3. If you know the formula, if you know the concept, the problems will be easy, right? Then it's a very good example, the triangle inequality, right? For any two vectors A and B, magnitude of A plus B is less than equal to magnitude of A plus B. It's a very good example. it is an interesting inequality, triangle inequality. It is called triangle inequality, right? Triangle inequality. Example 19, right? Triangle inequality. If A and B are any two vectors, then magnitude of A plus B, is less than equal to magnitude of A plus magnitude of B. Because from triangle of addition we know A plus B, A, B and A plus B, they will form a triangle, right? And you see, how will you prove this? Yes, let us come to this. Suppose if A is equal to 0, so anyway, whatever it may be. Now, magnitude of A plus B square. Come to this. It is this A plus B dot A plus B. That is A dot A plus A dot B plus B dot A plus B dot B. By distributive law, you can multiply. Yes, A dot B is same as B dot A, so we can write it as magnitude of A square plus 2 A dot B plus it is magnitude of B square, right? Very simple. Now, what is A dot B? This is equal to magnitude of A square plus 2 into magnitude of A into magnitude of B cos theta plus magnitude of B square. What is theta? Theta is the inclination between A and B If A and B are any two vectors, then theta is the, suppose theta is the inclination between them, then A dot B can be written like this, magnitude of A into magnitude of B cos theta plus this, right? This. Now, you see, cos theta, it is always less than or equal to 1. So, I can write it like this, less than equal to magnitude of A square plus 2 magnitude of A into magnitude of B plus magnitude of B square. Right? So, this is equal to, right? Yes, it is equal to what? Magnitude of A plus magnitude of B whole square. Right? Magnitude of A square plus 2 into magnitude of A, magnitude of B plus magnitude of B square. That is magnitude of A plus magnitude of B whole square. So, yes, if you will take the square root of both sides, taking square roots of both sides of the inequality, both sides of the inequality, what will we get? Magnitude of A plus B is less than equal to magnitude of A plus magnitude of B. This is called triangle inequality. That is, we have already seen in Euclidean geometry. What is that? The sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than or equal to the length of the third side. Right? That inequality. Yes, that is why it is called triangle inequality. Why? Because if this is a vector A, this is vector B, yes, then A plus B will be like this. They will form a triangle, right? They will form a triangle. So, magnitude of A plus B is less than equal to magnitude of A plus magnitude of B. This is the triangle inequality. Very important inequality. Then, yes, when equality holds, it is less than or equal to is this? When equality will hold. You see, instead of this, if these two vectors, suppose it is A, it is B, O, A here, and it is B, then A plus B will be this, like this. That means inequality will equality holds when A and B are collinear. They are collinear, right? If they are collinear. Now, example 21. So that the points are collinear. So that example 21. Sorry, it is 20. Example 20. Now let us come to example 21. So that the vectors, so that the points A, B, C are collinear. 3 points are collinear. How will you show? Let us come to example 21. Yes. 21. So that the points A with coordinates position vectors, points minus 2 I cap plus 3 j cap plus 5 k cap, B with I cap plus 2 j cap minus plus 3 k cap, and C 7 I cap minus k cap are collinear. Right? Yes, 3 points are there. Suppose you see, if A, B, C, these are 3 points, they will form a triangle A, B, C. Unless they are collinear. If they are collinear, what will happen? Here you see AB plus BC is greater than AC. We have already shown there. AB plus BC is greater than AC. But while they are collinear, it is suppose A, it is B, it is C. You see, AB plus BC is equal to AC, magnitude of A, right? So, yes, so that the points means position vector of the points are these. So, we will find AB vector, BC vector and AC vector, and the smaller one, summation of the smaller one will be, sorry, greater one will be the sum of the smaller ones. Let us find out. Now, answer. AB vector will be what? I cap plus 2 I cap plus, that is PV of B minus PV of position vector of A. That is I plus 2I, sorry, right, plus 2j minus 3j plus 3k minus 5k. That means it is 3I cap minus j cap minus 2k cap. This is AB. Then BC vector, it is 7 minus 1 I cap plus 0 minus 2 j cap plus minus 1 minus 3 k cap. This is equal to 6 I cap minus 2 j cap minus 4 k cap. This is BC. And what is AC? Yes, AC is 7 minus plus 2 I cap plus 0 minus 3 j cap plus minus 1 minus 5 k cap. This is 9 I cap minus 3 j cap minus 6 k cap. This is AC. Now let us find out their magnitudes. It is the application of this one, the triangle inequality. Yes, find out the magnitudes of these three vectors AB, BC and AC. Magnitude of AB vector. Magnitude of AB vector. It is equal to what? Yes, 3 square plus minus 1 square plus minus 2 square, the positive root over. That is 9 plus 1 plus 4. Square root of 14. Right? BC vector. Magnitude of BC vector. It is 6 square plus minus 2 square plus minus 4 square. That is 36 plus 4 plus 16. That is 16, 1, 2, 5, 56, square root of 56. Then AC vector. Magnitude of AC vector, it is 9 square plus minus 3 square plus minus 6 square. Right? So this is equal to square root of 81 plus 9 plus 36. This is equal to 126. Square root of 126, right? AB, square root of 14. BC, square root of 2 into 14, right? It is square root of 4 into 14, that is 2 into square root of 14. It is 2, it is 1, 3. 9 into 9, 9 into 1, 4. That is 3 into square root of 14. AP is this square root of 14. BC is 2 into square root of 14. AC is 3 into square root of 14. So you see, this implies AB plus BC is equal to AC. So A, B and C are collinear. They are collinear, right? Because AB plus BC is equal to AC. AB is the square root of 14. BC is square root of 2 into square root of 14. And AB plus BC will be 3 into square root of 14, which is equal to magnitude of AC. So these three vectors, AB, BC and AC are collinear. That means A, B, C are collinear, right? Yes. Only one example is left, that is 19, which is uh, the triangle inequality, sorry, Cauchy squares inequality, right? What is that? We know that example 19, magnitude A dot B is equal to magnitude of A, magnitude of B cos theta, right? So here, right, this implies magnitude of A dot B will be magnitude of A, magnitude of B into magnitude of, yes, modulus of cos theta, right? So yes, and this implies A dot B magnitude is less than equal to magnitude of A dot magnitude of B, as magnitude of cos theta is always less than equal to 1, right? It is less than equal to 1, right? So it is this. So this is called Cauchy squares inequality. Cauchy squares inequality. This is also very important inequality. Magnitude of A dot B is always less than equal to magnitude of A dot into magnitude of B. So these are all the examples of your NCERT book. Next time we will discuss all the problems from exercise of the NCERT book. Then we will go to the Odisha state prescribed book, Elements of Mathematics. We will solve some examples from Elements of Mathematics and then its exercise. Okay. Thank you all.